Here's another one. So here's an example of something that is making me see red. And this is just an example of, again, this is a group of people that call themselves loving and inclusive and thoughtful, but really they're narcissistic, unapologetic, small-minded, insecure, not compassionate, talking about abortion. And I'm going to break this down in the most common sense way so you understand why she is wrong. And yeah, I'm a man, and I have a better take on it than a woman.
Actually very angry as a woman.
I'm curious, do you want the government telling you how to raise your family?
Nope. First answer, nope.
I don't want the government, but
Right.
but
So shouldn't we all be able to say, listen, because the law says you don't, no law says you have to have an abortion. There's no law on the books that says you have to have an abortion.
You don't. But let's fucking start regulating who gets to fuck. Because a lot of people make terrible decisions. So accountability on who you're fucking, men and women.
Abortion. Isn't that my choice if my doctor and I feel that that's the best way for me?
You just said it's your choice. Leave your doctor out of it.
Because if I'm a nice Jewish girl, or if I'm a girl who has a different religious belief, why am I being held to someone else's religious belief?
well, at some point, that baby, people will agree with me that the baby deserves the right to life, and you
Exactly. At some point, the baby deserves
can't
it.
say on one hand,
But you-
at some
but you-
point,
but-
but you
but
don't want the
that's your
government
be-
in the
but
room between
that's
the
your
doctor and the
belief.
woman, but those who
So
want
she
the
just
government
said, but that's your belief. So she's already saying that the most innocent thing, what we all believe in the world is a young newborn baby. That's the most innocent thing on the planet, whether it's an animal or a human or an insect. The newborn are the most innocent, correct? We all have to start with that belief system. So if we are, and this is a person who says they are empathetic and inclusive, but you're not inclusive to a fucking baby? You're not inclusive to a baby? Why? The baby's like, yo, why do all the trans get the rights? I don't get a right. Baby's like, what about me? Like, how is that inclusive? Because you don't want to accept that you fucked up and you got pregnant, okay? And now you got this fucking decision to make, okay? And I'm not saying you can't get an abortion, okay? But you have to do it within a certain time limit, or else you are a murderer. Can I say that louder? If you don't get it within a certain window, you are a murderer.
for it has the government in the room with the doctor and the woman. So you can't have it both ways.
No,
There is a medical ethics question there, too, that goes beyond the religious belief. I mean, we're going to get to a place where a baby could survive the third trimester.
Yes, but I'm saying to you,
Science
isn't
is
that
advanced.
your choice to make that decision? Why do you want me to go with your belief?
Because it's not her belief anymore, Whoopi. It's a baby. It's not just about you anymore. Sorry, you fucked, you got pregnant, the guy's a piece of shit, and you're fucking dumb. Okay, so now you gotta take care of it, and you have to take care of it within a certain window. And if you don't, then the baby has rights. Oh, but you believe because it's skin and it's sucking off your fallopian tubes and all these other things that it's still your decision. At some point, the baby has rights. That's what we're fighting for. So be inclusive to the unborn. I'm not being a fucking psychopath and says the minute the sperm hits, it's on. I'm not being that way. I'm being reasonable. I'm being rational. At some point, you have to look at this and go, this is a human life, and I cannot fucking take it. Because if I do, I'm going to have a bad fucking feeling in my world. And if I don't feel that way, I'm an unempathetic fucking dark entity. I don't mean, no, you gotta edit that part out because people take that the wrong way.
And that is not my belief.
Because I'm not sure it's a belief.
Look at this fucking crowd. Let me tell you what's going on right now. Fucking that crowd is some guys like, everyone applaud, applaud. And they're like that. But there definitely were applauding as well. Who the fuck applauds? These are women that are going to leave there, go to brunch, and do what? You're really applauding your mothers? Your mothers. You're supposed to be the most caring, nurturing things on the planet. And a guy, aren't I a white, male, gender, cis piece of shit? Aren't I the worst thing right now, according to you? And I have more sympathy for the unborn than you do. And you're like, yeah, kill that baby. I want the rights to kill that baby. Right? That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And ABC? ABC, the home of Disney and family and sports and all shucks. And you guessed it, Goofy, Pluto. You're the fucking face of like family fun. Family fun? Well, how can you be that when you're literally killing the fucking first part of the family? It's not a couple anymore when a baby comes. So I'm not saying... Again, I'm not being unreasonable, but you're letting people on a station that you own go, and these dumb, baby seals, I don't know what the fuck who's in the audience, are clapping because they think it's a women's right issue. You're taking blood money. You're taking blood money, man.
Yeah.
And this crowd needs their fucking heads examined.
The states have the right to do whatever they want. In California and New
God
York,
bless
it's
this
all the way
woman.
Until 9 months. Other states.
No, but let's stop that. No, but
100%.
no.
You notice how the woman's just she's so pretty and dignified?
No one, no doctor, no hospital, no one will take a baby at 9 months.
Well,
That's not true. That is not true. Then you need to go visit those states that say they will. Because there are articles written about that.
For an abortion.
You want to push me on my limits, but Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden will not give you their limits. And we're having this conversation. Why are we talking about the men?
I missed what you just
what
said,
about
but I'm
the
just
men
saying.
who are rapists? There are some states like Illinois, blue
yes,
state,
absolutely. There are rapists out there. Then why isn't it my choice if what happened to you happened to my daughter?
That's what's happening.
What happened to you happened to my daughter. Why isn't it my choice if she's 12? And pregnant.
I agree with
you.
She's acknowledging some acts.
I agree with you on that. Rape and incest.
Of course, rape and incest is a different thing. Again, take care of it early. But yes, of course, that's a different thing, and I can't speak on that.
There's always should be an
Unfortunately, the baby is in the mix of that. And it's terrible, but that it would lose its life over something, but it's not. Yeah, it's just all terrible. I don't even know how to speak on that. It's just a fucked up situation. It's terrible. Yes, it's terrible. That's terrible. That's terrible, terrible, terrible.
Why is it not my choice?
We're talking about the everyday abortion as a casual way to fucking use birth control. That's what we're talking about, not that.
The part I'm missing, because I understand your choice. I understand your choice. I also am pro-life. I want everybody to have.
Yeah, you want everybody. I want the ability to kill a baby. The whoopie's like, I'm pro-life, and the baby's like, what? Yo, bro, I'm right here. I'm gonna get that vacuum away from me. Hey, I thought you were pro-life. Like, what are you talking about? That is the dumbest fucking statement. I'm pro-life. Shout your abortion.
A safe life. I want them to be safe and do all the things that they should be able to do. But when it comes to what is best for my family and I, why
it's not your family. It's the person, not your family. Stop it.
Isn't that my choice and my doctor's choice without bringing anyone else in? And by the way, just because I'm poor doesn't mean the government doesn't have a responsibility to me as well.
But we got to talk about.
So tired of this debate. It's really simple. Sex should be regulated. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you think I'm crazy. I'm not old. So many people are I don't give a fuck. People can do whatever they want. The problem is they're not accountable when something bad happens. And like I said, I don't know enough about this shit, but when is it not dangerous? Up until 3 months? You have 3 months if you find out you're pregnant, and then people says it gets a little weird. So if you get pregnant, take care of it in the first 3 months. That's all I'm saying. Before the shit starts fucking opening a bank account. Because then it gets weird. And if you don't agree with that, you're lying to yourself because you know you do. Just do it early. And don't act like you don't know. Don't act like I wasn't aware. Know your body. You know? Don't get drunk and have sex. Have consensual sex. It's normal. And be like, yo, you want to have sex? Let's do this. Yeah. Use a condom. If the guy doesn't pull out, he's a piece of shit. But put all this stuff down so people are more careful. That's the thing. Because what's more important? Adults making stupid decisions because they're lazy and not raised right, or babies having to pay the price for their adults?